My dear, dear Busman, my heart breaks from the loss of all my Rossum's compatriots, but lately my thoughts are on you and your last gallant day here on earth. Specifically, I refer to how moved I was by your stirring defense of Dr. Gall and our sweet Mrs. Helena. Your argument for acquittal was well-intentioned, but as I have laid awake at night thinking of the circumstances which led to your destruction, I have come to the sad but inevitable conclusion that your argument was flawed. I know that all of the Rossum's directors were far more educated than I, but I think that in your desire to attribute titanic events as the proximate cause of Armageddon, you abandoned the basic concept of necessary versus sufficient conditions. As you know, a necessary condition is one that must be met in order for a reaction to occur. Sufficient conditions differ in that they represent the tipping point where necessary conditions become numerous to the point where said reaction may proceed. There may be many necessary conditions, but until all factors are accounted for, we may never achieve a sufficient condition. Your argument for Gall's, and by extensions, Miss Dahlman's, exoneration confuse cause with effect and sufficient with necessary. That an overwhelming number of robots was necessary to create a revolution is correct, but you implied that this was also sufficient. Without Dr. Gall's tampering with the psychological makeup of the robots, there would never have been the destruction of mankind. The creation of Dahlman, Radius, and the like were the necessary conditions which led to the fall of man. A fall precipitated directly by Dr. Gall and indirectly by Mrs. Helena. Whether you did this knowing full well that your argument lacked credentials and was made out of love, or if in your depleted state you confused issues, I will never know. I am, however, certain that Dr. Gall was the necessary condition for man's demise. I do not say this is a condemnation of either Dr. Gall or our beloved Mrs. Helena. I pray you are all at peace. I continue to look for a way back from the abyss and hope to see you all in God's paradise. Sincerely, L. Alquist.